Grabando.
Pues comenzamos. Buenos días, os damos la bienvenida a todos los que estéis ahí al otro lado. Hoy os traemos una nueva entrevista con un colaborador nuevo, muchas gracias, que nos va a hacer de traductor, con MICHEL, KISKE y Denis Ward. Bienvenidos por Unisonic, gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Y bueno, para comenzar, habéis estrenado este pasado 23 de mayo un EP con 8 temas, por The Kingdom, y ahora el próximo 1 de agosto va a salir el disco Line of Down. Contadnos por qué habéis decidido hacerlo de esta manera.
It's basically saying congratulations on your upcoming EP, and the EP that's been released, the upcoming album, and a little bit of inspiration behind both the EP and the album.
Inspiration, okay. As usual we just sort of wrote songs, but we did keep mainly in mind, we wanted to be sure that we were making songs that were more fitting for my group than anything else. That was the key. It was really work for him to feel comfortable with having to sing it. There was no major thought except to the fact that we wanted to have more of a line going through the record that tied everything together. That being said, we didn't want to be static, just play one type of thing. We wanted to expand because our roots go deep. Mandy does come from a very wide variety of different kinds of music, including myself. We're all from different areas, but we wanted to join that without being too much of one thing. And we focused on doing that, definitely. However, we did try to go a little bit more in the direction of guitar, a little bit more powerful. Not that we actually tried it, we just sort of experimented, so it just came to be. That's the best way I can explain it.
It's like, around the first record, I told somebody like epic melodies, that I'm always good with melodies that kind of epic. That's where I can shine. And he remembered that. I was listening to all the shit that I had done in the past, like all the records, trying to figure out what I meant. And he was very successful. He was very successful with the stuff. Just nailed it.
So, to change some questions, so this wasn't a concept or anything. When you did the first record, when you did Unisonic, the first one, was there an idea to do a second or do a third?
Oh yes, absolutely. It was a band. We wanted to conquer the world. All intentions of going full force.
It would have been a flop and nobody cared. I think it was a good start. You know,
our intentions went farther.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, we just did it.
Para este nuevo trabajo, ¿habéis rescatado canciones que ya tenéis compuestas anteriormente o son todos temas nuevos?
It's basically what I just asked you. So
okay, so it's all cleared up.
Yeah, exactly. We got that in the last question. En la última pregunta,
¿estáis satisfechos con el resultado de este nuevo disco? ¿Creéis que va a tener una buena aceptación para el público, para vuestros fans?
Basically, satisfied with everything that's come together. I mean, what kind of reaction are you looking forward from your fans when this gets compared to
We expect them to run around naked, screaming through the streets and complete chaos.
You don't really expect it, just check it out. Yeah. When they did this kind of running cover this lyric
video, right?
And then so that was, I mean, I don't look at it very often, but he was reading it to me because it was so positive.
do the comments on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Those are always good to have. I mean, we're not looking forward to, I mean, lies, we're not looking forward to something. The point is, we're just hoping to do something the fans like it. You know? We're not looking for any specific reaction. We're just looking for a positive one. And yeah, we hope that we have given our fans what they want, and that they'll be satisfied. So
it was just not the time. I mean, it's hard to explain what it is. Sometimes just things need you go down a few years until you're ready again. And it's now or never. Honestly, I think so. If I would have waited another 10 years, it's older than people. But I'm still young enough to do it, and capable. So everything had the right. Everything came at the right.
En el EP también encontramos los temas Sound of the Town y Selver, que son muy guitarreros, destilan mucha vitalidad. ¿Quién es el encargado de componerlos y qué nos queréis decir? Porque ¿cómo es el proceso compositivo de Unisonic para entrar al estudio? ¿Es una idea que trae uno de vosotros o es algo que hacéis en conjunto?
So, this one.
But sometimes you understand.
Sometimes I get more the head than
It's 80% hand. So saying, so there's tracks like Throne of the Dawn, which apparently was the title track, and Shelter, they have more of this heavy dynamic sound. We also talked about that guitar sound earlier. Basically, was this anyone's one idea, or this just kind of happens?
It always happens.
Actually, for example, Throne of the Dawn was an interesting one. I had a basic, when I write a song, it's a verse, a bridge, and a chorus, and I don't bother with any details, because if nobody likes that much of the song, why should I wait till they're finished and then
Sometimes that's what we do.
Sometimes, but then again, we sat in the rehearsal room, and then it's like, we started this thing, and Kai just started playing the riff slow, down, and then Costa comes in and goes,
Sounded like
we're like, yeah, we're like
the bells toll.
Exactly. We thought, well, shit, this works. Okay, and there we go.
One of the things, it's sometimes it's a big mistake to throw a song away too early, because again on this record, I noticed that before you have done at least some kind of a rough mix of the definite recordings, you can't tell what song about it. There has been a whole bunch of songs that turn out than I thought in the beginning, and other songs just didn't grow. They just stayed the same way. They were good in the beginning and they were good later on, but others just, you and I, for instance, he wrote that song as other ballads. He didn't even think a lot of that song. It's just like a ballad. I don't know that. It's like a very American kind of slow song, and he didn't think much of it. But then I did the vocals, and I wasn't sure if the vocals were any good, to be honest with you, because I sang it differently than he did. I made it more straight, maybe like a health vocals, just without many trouble. Yeah, no, he plays around. There's this boy group kind of thing. It's more than I do, and I like to make things that are a little bit straighter. So I did a different performance, and I didn't know if they liked it. They loved it. They were like, "Oh, what do you say? You made it chime." And then that one turned out to be something that they want to have fun with. And that's what happens. That's what you have to finish. You have to mix it before you make decisions. So sometimes it's risky to really get too early, because you don't know what it's going to come.
Para este nuevo trabajo que va a sacar Unisonic el próximo 1 de agosto, ¿qué expectativas tenéis puestas en él? ¿Cómo creéis que va a funcionar viendo cómo está respondiendo el público ante este EP? ¿Cómo creéis que va a responder vuestros seguidores ante este nuevo trabajo? ¿Va a ser satisfactorio?
I basically asked this question earlier, but what are you expecting this to release? Yeah, naked people running around the streets.
We expect naked people running around the streets, chaos, fires, and frenzy. And
then later on, ending up much higher.
And then the aliens are going to come in and land on all major cities of the world. We just, I don't really think that. I don't think that.
Because I think it's a good story. I just feel very strong. I'll be surprised.
Las próximas, creo que tenéis bastantes giras, ya propuestas, muchas fechas. ¿Con quién vais a compartir escenario? Y sobre todo, hay una de ellas que vais a estar el próximo 9 de agosto, un poquito después de sacar vuestro nuevo trabajo, en el Leyendas del Rock, aquí en Alicante. ¿Qué conocéis de este festival y qué expectativas tenéis puestas de tocar ante tanta público que asiste a este evento?
Leyendas del Rock, right here in Leyenda. You'll be playing here again. What are your expectations kind of, and how did you hear about Leyendas? Being a festival from Spain.
We heard about it from management. I have to be honest, on my side, I'm the naughty boy when it comes to knowing what the hell's going on. I think you are. We're equal here. Because I don't inform myself on what's going on. I'm turned on to new music from turn me on to it. I don't look for it. I don't read enough articles in magazines and stuff to know what's going on, who's popular, or what's in, or what festivals are good. I don't know. It's very old school. And I'm busy with other shit and I can't be bothered.
Usually it's an email from us.
Exactly.
They offer us to play that. What do you guys think? Do you have time?
He explains as always, this is a festival, so-and-so is playing, this is the history behind it, this is what to expect. And you know, we had so far this one show in Spain, it was really great for us. And so we said yes because we think it's going to be good, it's going to be a good show.
See what happens, you know. You don't make any major plans about how the show is going to be. It's not us.
But we don't sit there and go,
Why do you think this show is going to be like?
oh, well, it's going to be, I think there's going to be more male than female.
I think it's going to be a lot of female. I think over here there's a lot of girls. They go to girls. Into the music. In France, too, I was surprised. The first time I was there, 2 years ago. Was it 2 years or 3 years ago? We did the first one. Was I here? Was it 3 years ago? 2011.
Yes, yeah.
It's almost 3 years. Out the girls also show up in France, being into that music and stuff like that. In Germany, it's not so much a female kind of. You have them here and there, but it's more guys. I think the same in England. I don't know about America.
Americans, a lot of bad guys.
It's turned into nerd scene. Play computer games all day.
Wait a second.
Hemos podido ya ver la portada, el artwork del disco que va a salir el próximo mes de agosto. ¿Quién se ha encargado de realizarlo? ¿De quién surge la idea de plasmar esta portada? Porque es llamativa y llama la atención. No solo es el contenido de los temas que conocemos en el disco, siempre una portada es lo primero que ves.
Again, we talked about the artwork of the disc, but this one's, we talked about the upcoming cover, the spaceship, and kind of like this steampunk idea. What about the EP?
That's just a framework.
It's just a part of it.
It's part of the cover.
Okay, so it's just like a little taste.
Yes, you see that.
But not directly.
It's not exactly, but the ship you have there is actually also flying there somewhere. You can see that
When you put them next to each other, you sort of go, oh.
that was the idea, and from the start, to take a fraction.
You know, we have to get back to this metal thing, empowerment thing, because we are obviously not exactly what we would call true and pure. I even had some people complain about that, but I'm like, what do you expect? I'm going to start wearing leather and slapping tattoos on me because...
Even if you look at the Keeper records that we did, I mean, we did pretty much the same here, from metal to almost pop music, like Future World and Hour and Hour, with Dr. Steam. It was always, all events that I was part of, the main event, always had this kind of approach. Advantageous, the same thing. They do metal up to mainstream Bon Jovi type songs. And I think that makes a record a lot more interesting.
And the cover. That's what
I don't think is there any successful metal band that is pure in that sense that you're saying that they just do the same thing all over? Absolutely. Yeah, are they?
Metal War.
They're their own brand.
I didn't think the same album. They're very good at keeping that thing going since...
Maybe that's why I didn't buy it. You never worked for them.
I don't know that.
Because I have the first 3 years, probably only me.
But the point being is that we're open-minded about it. We wanted to have a cover that sort of stood out in the group of all the other metal stuff. It shouldn't be powerful, it shouldn't be classy, but it shouldn't be weird. Then it should, you know. Well, it's always hard. Your CD is this big, so you gotta look like some, you know, and it's just weird. A lot of people just make one eye or something because it's easy to look at.
I think musically you should never be afraid of anything. I think the fun part with this new record is actually that for a number of years I was refusing, you know, of course, join Halloween and things like that, but even do that type of obscene songs and stuff like that. And after a while, everybody kind of accepted it, and now I did it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, I didn't write the stuff, he wrote it.
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
But I think it's funny because
say I don't want to do it, not because I don't want to do it, because you want me to. That's what I'm going to do.
no, not really. I was surprised myself when you showed up with it. But it was so fresh and it was fun. It's like it always happens. It's a question of how it happens. You know, if it is convincing or not. And when you're in a band again, things have their own dynamics anyway. It's not my decisions. You know, I like that one. I like that one. But if everybody else likes a different song, you know, the majority, then that song gets on and ends up on the album. If I would hate a track because of something else, would never be there. Like, so it's like with Unisonic, it just naturally happened. But I thought it was funny. So it's like with this record, we're actually brave in a different direction. We go heavier, you know, than I would have expected. So,
ya a modo de despedida, ahí tenéis la cámara y os pueden ver vuestros fans, vuestros seguidores, decirle lo que queráis o si queréis añadir algo más, todo vuestro.
Basically, she wants to
Just
say,
the camera, so you want to
give us
send
great.
the greetings or what do you want? What do you want from the audience?
yeah, I want all fans of
Run naked
this type of
streets.
music. What is it with the name?
I don't know. I'm just dying to see you with the cover. Yeah, with the cover running.
Well, they should just show up to the gigs, you know.
Please come to the concerts, enjoy their.
You never know how often you play there. As I said, I'm not just saying that. It's like I remember the gig here. I remember it because it was just you can tell the difference. You know, like Germany, for instance.